Okay, so on a short, I showed you guys the list of things that we had to get done. Some of the things the team is doing and bringing, some of the things the team sent and we printed and got ready, some of the things we had to do ourselves. So today we've done almost all of the printing, and now we need to get things cut and prepped and divided into each day and like ministry activity, because we're going to schools, and then we also have like vacation Bible school. So we have to separate things so that we know where it's going to be used and how it's going to be used. So come along with us today as we prep some things for the upcoming mission trip. The printing continues. Okay, we are printing up a storm. We've got homeschool going on over here. We've got tons of things printed for VBS and all sorts of things that are coming up. But the prep work didn't just happen here at home with printing and getting things ready. We also had to do tons of prep at church. So while we were there the last 3 weeks, we actually did walks around the neighborhood. I didn't film any of that, but we did walks around the neighborhood, inviting kids to come to all of the events that are going to be held within the next couple weeks. And so we made sure that we had invitations on hand. Every Saturday, we gave invitations to the students. We walked the neighborhood. We invited any kids we saw. So all that was happening. And then also we had to do like some updates throughout the church so that it has all the information needed for these events that are coming up and any new people that come in. So here's a few of the updates we did at church. Okay, we've got signs posted for all of our regular classes. We have signs posted for our special events when our team is coming. We're ready. Okay, the first thing we're gonna cut are these gospel sheets that are going to go with our bracelets and potentially another gospel sharing opportunity. But all of them are gonna go with Bible verses. So we're gonna cut these first. That's okay. I have 384, so that's a start. We'll go from there.
Okay, we'll go from there, and then we'll print some more.
Yep.
Mike,
Okay.
can I help you?
So we need 3.5 inches. The thing is, I ran out of white cardstock, and so that was one of the things we got at the center of the city when we went, and we still need to show you guys that video of everything we got in the center of the city. But way better. It's crazy how one section, 1 centimeter, changed the cut and made it so much more central. All right. And we're done. Okay, we're putting church labels on the gospel tracts that we're going to hand out. I'm not showing you it all because it has phone number, address, all that jazz, but we are getting them labeled. Okay, we got our workstation. We need to do them in this order. That's the goal.
Oh, my,
So,
we need yellow.
You're right, and we're gonna try not to make a giant mess of beads.
Ooh, first thing we need black.
Okay, can you help me? Can you get one out for heaven? So which one represents heaven?
Yellow.
Do you know why it represents heaven?
Why?
Because the Bible says that there are streets of gold. It is pure and perfect and holy. All right, we're gonna try a new strategy with wire wrapping and see, oops, as I drop a bead, and see how our keychain turns out, because our original plan did not work at all.
Pop out a black one. Oh, black, come back.
Well, this is not what I had planned, but This is what's going to end up happening. All right, team. I definitely think this one is way more aesthetically pleasing, and they're not going to come apart. We're going to need a lot of wire to do 200 keychains.
And I got bead.
Nice work. Unfortunately, what we planned for did not work.
Yeah, it didn't work, see?
Yeah, we're going to have to take that one apart and redo it.
Not gonna work.
Not going to work. But we are flexible.
But we did do it in the same thing. That's for good news.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Okay, I'm getting ready to pack this up to be ready for the week, but I wanted to show you guys what all we have gotten ready for 3 days of VBS and 4 school visits. We have these bracelets that we're going to use to tell the gospel. These are extras that we'll keep at church. We've also got invitations to music class, invitations to our regular services. I have verses laminated in English for our missionaries so that they have this to go off of when they're sharing the gospel with the bracelets. We have our theme verse for the week printed twice because we'll have 2 groups, one inside and one outside in the tent. So we've got 2 of those. We also have this that explains the colors of the gospel, just in a larger form and not with verses, but with the phrases. And so there's that one. I've got a few copies of that. We have the Bible verse with pictures, which helps our kids to memorize them. And this just shows like a little bit of the effort that went in. So all of this that you're seeing, I had to create. I had to create the signs. I had to type up the verses. I had to find the images. All of these I designed, created, and printed. And so all of this took time to create, print, cut, laminate, all that jazz. These pretty signs were sent to us by the church that's coming. I think they purchased a packet. And they're just like posters to put around the church and the outdoor area just to make it fun and lively for VBS. So we've got all of those posters printed and laminated as well. And those are our general supplies. Now let's get into what we need for schools and VBS. Okay, the first day the team is here, we are visiting one school. We will have bracelets to hand out with the gospel. So there's gospel messages and the bracelets. That school is close to the church, so we're going to give invitations to both our weekend VBS and an afternoon of soccer for the older kids. We also have these gospel tracts, which we've put our church address and phone number on the back. Anyone that accepts Christ will give this to, or anyone that wants more information. So we've got 120 of these for that first church. We do have more that are on their way. I don't have them to show you yet because they are in transit. Hopefully they will be here by the end of today. But this is what we need for the first school. Again, all of this we designed, printed, cut. This we purchased and then printed and stuck our labels on the back. But this is for one school. This first day, we're also going to visit some families in the afternoon. And so for those home visits, we'll have some of the gospel tracts to hand out. And then we'll also have some of these that we made by hand. Again, it's the same 6 colors of the gospel, but these are beaded keychains to give to any families or adults that we share the gospel with as well. So we'll have some of these available for when we go out and about in the neighborhood. First set of keychains is getting put with my Wednesday group, but I need to make more for the other groups this week. But those are the only ones we've gotten done so far. Thursday is very similar. We've got our stuff for the school. This one we are not going to give invitations because this school is too far for them to walk and attend. We're going because it has the same directors as our other 3 schools, so we couldn't cut them out of the project. We're still going to get to share the gospel with about 500-ish kids at that school. They just won't be able to be invited to the church because they live too far away. But we're going to go to that school and do the same project with them. Friday, we've got the same stuff, sets of gospel invitations for 2 different schools on Friday. And then our first set of VBS materials. So we have invitations to youth group. We've got invitations to all of our Saturday classes to give to the kids that come to VBS. We have the take-home verses for them. And then we have these wheels for our first day of VBS. So those are the VBS materials for that first day. Okay, we also have a giant cross made for one of our VBS activities, so that's here. And then I know the team is bringing some cross activities, but I'm going to have these. We've had these left over for over a year now that we used at Easter, but there's still some in here. And so if we run out of whatever they bring, we'll have this as a backup plan. I'm going to put that with the stuff before I forget. And then this is my Saturday box. We've got more of the gospel bracelets. We have pennies or jerseys for the soccer event. We do have medals. I don't know if we're going to use these medals at the soccer event, but they're there. Underneath all this stuff is a giant black blanket for Sunday because it's the story of Lazarus being resurrected. So I have a giant stone that we made out of cardboard and then a big black blanket underneath to cover some tables and make a tomb out of. I have these that we made for the gospel skit that I need to cut, paste onto a second paper to make them more sturdy, and laminate. So I'm gonna get ready to do that. I'm currently making the new signs for the, what's it called? Skit. And I haven't even finished putting away the stuff for our activities. A little bit, we will have to put the stickers on the backs of these. But right now we are getting some packages of candy ready because we're going to gift books that the team is bringing and some candy to all the directors that are letting us into their schools. And then hopefully we'll have one extra of those goodie bags for one of our translators. One of the translators is part of our World Reach team, and so we're giving his daughters a little gift, but then another translator is not, and so we want to bless that translator for donating their time as well. Sitting here thinking, and I don't think we'll have enough of those big bags for our volunteers, and so I've prepped a little goodie bag for all of our volunteers and helpers for the week so that they get a little gift too. So now I need to pack the volunteer gifts. Getting the labels ready for our theater skit. Eliana is helping.
Laminating.
We are laminating.
And I love laminating.
Good job feeding it right through.
I fed it without outside lines.
Okay, we have been excitedly prepping all of the stuff for our upcoming mission trip. This is one of the things we've been working on today, but we also had a package arrive from you guys, and I don't know if we're gonna use it on the mission trip yet, but I figured we would open it with you. Okay, so I'm gonna open it this way so that we can't see our address. Okay, you ready to reach in and grab whatever's in there?
Yes.
Okay.
What is it?
And I'm gonna see if there's a note.
And why you're trying to take it out? Ow!
There is no note. Oh my goodness, how perfect is this?
Can I take out the bracelet?
Okay.
I want the red to see.
They're bracelets that say, "Shine with the light of Jesus." Matthew 5:16. And Matthew 5:16 reads, "In the same way, let your light shine before others, that they may see your good deeds and glorify your Father in heaven." Well, what's interesting is the theme for our VBS that's coming up with this mission trip is shining a light on who Jesus is. And so I figured these bracelets, even though it's not the exact verse that we're using for Bible school, I figured that these bracelets would be an amazing prize to give to the kids that learn our theme verse for the week, which is actually John 8:12. When Jesus spoke again to the people, he said, "I am the light of the world. Whoever follows me will not walk in darkness, but will have the light of life." And so that's what we're focusing on this week. And these are just the perfect prize to give out. Shine with the light of Jesus. He is the light of our lives. So thank you, whoever you are, for blessing us with an amazing prize to hand out during VBS next week. I can't believe it's coming up next week. I'm so excited. Thank you. Sammy, are you going to hand me a book? Give me a book. Thank you.